What's up everyone? Okay, so over the weekend there was a bit of a stir in the gaming community as Hellena Taylor, the voice of Bayonetta since the first game, called out Platinum Games on social media for not valuing her and for only offering to pay her $4,000 to voice Bayonetta 3. Hellena declined and Platinum Games went with Jennifer Hale instead, and that's pretty much just the short of it. If you do want to see what Hellena Taylor said, you can find it on her Twitter page. She's got four videos detailing her treatment from Platinum Games and just the way she feels about the whole situation. Now, I don't think anyone should take issue with Hellena Taylor's anger for not being paid more for the third installment in the Bayonetta franchise. It is her right to ask for more money, and voice actors, it has been shown since this came out, are notoriously known for being underpaid for the work that they do, which I don't think is acceptable. People should be paid fairly for their time, their talents, and their efforts. Now, Platinum Games, unfortunately, also have the right to say, no, we're not going to pay you more. It's a crummy business option, but it is an option nonetheless. This is not a situation where Hellena is being forced to work for a low wage, or that she's done the work and they've now turned around and said they're not going to pay her what they agreed in the first place. Hellena turned down the role and it was offered to someone else. We have to take into account the voice actor that did work on the game, Jennifer Hale, is a very high profile artist who worked on a ton of projects over the years and is also part of the same union as Hellena. So it does seem a little bit strange to me that Jennifer would accept the role but Hellena wouldn't, or is it simply the case that Platinum Games wanted someone new in the first place and this was their way of assuring that they could get a higher profile actor? We'll never really know until more comes out, if it even does. The idea of voice actors being paid more is perfectly reasonable. I think that's not even a discussion point. That's just perfectly reasonable that people should be paid, no matter what you're doing. You should be paid for the work you do and for the skill that you put in, the effort you put in. You should be paid for that and paid fairly. Where I do take issue with all of this is from the call from Hellena to fans to boycott the game, and at the same time for Hellena to also in a way throw Jennifer Hale under the bus. That doesn't seem very fair to Jennifer, who is just doing a job that was offered to her. We do have to understand that anger is probably in play here, but that just doesn't come across as professional to me and really had an air of entitlement about it. Now again, let me say I fully agree voice actors should be paid what they're worth for the work they do, but I do not agree that this was the way to go about it. What started as a call for arms for fair treatment in the industry turned into a personal vendetta against those that blocked her from what Hellena considers to be her role. Now, again, a character is created and a voice brings that character to life. Fans have known Bayonetta for years and they've known Hellena as Bayonetta for years, so she embodies that character. But a character doesn't belong to the voice artist unless they created them. I mean, you could ask any Batman fan who the voice of Batman is, and each one of them will say Kevin Conroy. But it hasn't stopped other actors from voicing the character over the years, and Kevin Conroy hasn't come out and said, how dare they voice the character? Okay, so to play devil's advocate here for a minute, for all those that have cancelled pre-orders or who don't plan on buying Bayonetta 3 now because of the recent discourse, how many of you will stop buying games until voice actors are being paid more fairly in the industry? Now, this might sound like a silly question, and fair enough if you think so, but the case is Bayonetta 3 is being boycotted, and the whole reason for this boycott is because of unfair treatment, how the low pay that voice actors are getting. Unless of course this is a solitary issue with Hellena and you're doing it simply because she said so. What it really should be about is voice actors everywhere, right? Had Hellena accepted the role, done the work, and then been paid unfairly, this would be a completely different story, and her call to boycott would be just. As it is, she went for a role, was offered an amount, and refused it because it was too low. That choice is completely hers, and rightly so. She refused it as it was insulting to her. But it just feels like everything isn't being said here, and bridges have been burnt somewhere along the way. This isn't to say that those who feel strongly about this shouldn't boycott the game. If that is what you feel and that's the right move for you to take, then by all means do it. For those that will be buying the game, you shouldn't feel like you're doing something wrong, and I've seen quite a few people on social media having to justify themselves to others. Boycotting the game doesn't make any sense to me personally, and Hellena asking fans to do so just doesn't sit right with me either. And as of yesterday, Monday the 17th of October, Jennifer Hale actually released a statement on the matter, and this is what Jennifer had to say. With regard to Bayonetta 3, as a long-time member of the voice acting community, I support every actor's right to be paid well and have advocated consistently for this for years. Anyone who knows me or has followed my career will know that I have great respect for my peers and that I am an advocate for all members of the community. I am under an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, and am not at liberty to speak regarding this situation. My reputation speaks for itself. I sincerely ask that everyone keep in mind that this game has been created by an entire team of hard-working, dedicated people, and I hope everyone will keep an open mind about what they've created. Finally, I hope that everyone involved may resolve their differences in an amicable and respectful way. With love and respect to you all, Jennifer Hale. So with that, and I think I'll just leave one final thought about critical thinking. And very often I see people take to social media the minute something new causes outrage, and people flock to it like a savage mob. There's no time for reason, only anger. This anger is misguided in some cases when we don't think rationally and just lash out. Things get muddied and the wrong people can get hurt. Think before sending that angry tweet or message in future, or at least until you have all the information. Don't just hear one side of the story and then just start attacking people, or you may be helping to perpetuate that hostile environment that no one wants. You're spreading an opinion based off of partial information or misinformation. I see it time and time again online, and it really needs to stop. Anyway, with that said, what do you think about all of this? Will you be boycotting or buying Bayonetta 3? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.